Greetings, fellow learners. Welcome to IziCodeCraft. Let's turn our experiences into lessons. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join the journey. So, in the last episode, we went through the asking for help lesson. Now we're at the last lesson of the introduction part. It's the join the Odin community. It should be straightforward and simple, so let's see what we can learn or gain some insight about. Join the Odin community. Introduction. Working and collaborating with other people is an important part of working as a web developer. Therefore, we at the Odin Project encourage you to participate in our online chat community, which we'll talk more about below. By joining the community, you can grow alongside other Odinites and help each other learn web development. While you're at it, you can check out our Facebook page, follow us on X, and catch up on Instagram. It's at the Odin Project. Use hashtag the Odin Project to share your Odin Project progress, updates, thoughts, and to see what other Odin students are up to. Yeah, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. It's at IziCodes. My focus is this YouTube channel, and I'm starting with this Odin Project series, but I will share everything of my journey there as well, so follow me to stay updated with everything. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well to be aware of any video posted. Why a community is awesome for you. Learning web development will be a long and arduous journey, but you can make the marathon a lot more fun by getting involved in our Discord community. No matter what pace you are doing our curriculum, there will always be people a few steps ahead of you that are willing to help. Furthermore, helping others that are a few steps behind you is a great way to deepen your own understanding and make your learning stick. Yes, I will log in at Discord too and send a message there to try to share and check on everybody else that is doing this course. We can all help with each other. When you're slogging through the desert of despair, where your code doesn't work or even make sense to you anymore, you can find an oasis of knowledge and encouragement in our community. Veterans at the Odin Project love to help fill in knowledge gaps and provide new insights and perspectives on how to improve your code. We've all been there before. Remember that project you struggled so hard to figure out and that you're so proud of finishing? Through our community, you will get to share your work and progress with those who fully appreciate how much hard work went into it. Why a community is awesome for Odin. We are working hard to update existing lessons and produce new content, so we would love to hear your feedback on the lessons and projects. We hope you find the lessons fun, engaging, and informative and find the projects challenging but achievable. So please let us know your thoughts. Before asking for help. As most of the projects are designed to push you to your limit, please remember that there is always a community to turn to. You don't need to know how to solve every problem straight away, but you do need to have a general idea of where you are going. This becomes really important when asking your questions because sometimes the problem is your approach and not your code. If you're feeling stuck, it's a good time to pause and take a breather. Break the problem down into little pieces and then decide what is really holding you back. We call this technique rubber duck debugging. I never heard of that term or expression, but I'm definitely doing that already. And I think it helps almost every time. You should also use Google to find relevant information for your problem. Read about how to use Google to solve your programming questions. You can also look back at previous lessons for tools that you can apply to the current task. If these methods don't yield a solution for you, then it's time to reach out to the Odin community and ask for help. Asking for help. So you've spent some time struggling to solve the problem on your own, and now it's time to fire up the Odin Discord and ask for help. The first thing to keep in mind is don't ask to ask. While this is a simple idea, with a pretty catchy motto, it can help you get answers to your questions much faster and will make it easier to others to feel comfortable offering you help. Yeah, we went through this type of stuff in the last episode. If you want to check it first, I think it will be good. Check the Odin Project Foundations playlist. The episode is called Asking for Help. In addition, when you ask your questions, you should help the community help you by putting together a great question. When asking your question, please remember to include the context. What do you think the problem is? What exactly do you want to happen? What is actually happening? How did you get there? What have you tried so far? If you can't pinpoint the problem, you can share a screenshot. This is especially useful for showing the output of commands in the command line. In Discord, drag and drop your screenshot image file into the chat box to upload it, or use the print screen key and paste keyboard shortcuts. If you don't know how to take a screenshot on your computer, this is a good time to ask Google. Screenshots are great for showing the output of commands or error messages in the command line. Screenshots are also great for showing the output from your code, such as how the output looks visually on a web page or console outputs in the browser. However, you should always include the corresponding files containing the error. Even if it is a short amount of code, providing it in the Discord server in the proper format, along with a screenshot of the output, is helpful to those debugging it rather than just a screenshot. When you do share a screenshot of the output or how it looks visually, make sure to push your project to GitHub or put your corresponding code in a replit so that others can comb through and debug the code. The screenshot of the output and the correlating code that can recreate the problem will help make it easier to understand the problem for people helping you. You'll learn all about GitHub very soon. Sometimes there might be no one around to help you with your issue. That is the ideal time to get familiar with the Discord search function. Search for specific keywords or error messages to see if anyone else had a similar issue before and how they solved it. And maybe that's the type of thing that we can do, even before asking the question. 'Cause I guess that someone already asked usually most type of doubts or issues we would face. Formatting your questions. Asking your questions in a readable format helps everyone debug them better. Here are some ways to go about that. If you're having trouble on the command line, make sure to include both your input and the error message you're getting. In the chat rooms, code can be displayed differently from normal sentences by using backticks, which can be found above the tab key on US and UK keyboards. Backticks are not the same as single quotation marks, which are found to the left of the Enter key. For a single line of code, use one backtick before and after your code. Like this. For multiple lines of code, use 3 backticks on a separate line above and below your code. You can also use code highlighting to add color to your multi-line code by specifying the language. Here with JavaScript as an example. Chat features. Have fun with Giphies. Type /GIF hi to say hi to everyone. Type /help for more information on chat commands. Show your appreciation to those who help you with @username++. Don't forget to visit all the available rooms. How to help others solve coding problems. Not only is it important to know how to ask an effective question, but it is also important to know how to help others effectively. Please take a moment to review these guidelines so that you will have proper expectations of the help you will receive in our Discord community. In addition, come back and review these guidelines when you are ready to start helping others. 1. Instead of answering the question, guide them to the answer. Unless the problem is a simple typo or syntax error, it is more beneficial to guide them to find their own answer. This approach will teach good debugging skills and will increase their ability to solve future problems. Start by asking probing questions, such as what have you already tried? What do you expect this function to do? Or what do you think that error means? That's a very good tip. The person might need more time to get to the solution in the first time, but it will help on the next time they face a similar problem. They might remember these type of questions and ask themselves first too, and it might get them to solve the issue before they even need to ask to someone else. And that's the goal in the end, to be independent and not even need to ask the question most of the times, cause we are able to solve it alone. That's a way to check that we're learning and are making progress. 2. Help only when you are certain of the answer. If you are not 100% certain of the answer, you may end up doing more harm than good, so please let someone else answer it. Do not worry about how long someone has to wait for an answer. The right answer is worth the wait. 3. Help only when no one else is currently helping. If somebody is already getting help, do not jump in the middle of the conversation. We know you mean well, but it is overwhelming for the person receiving help to follow multiple conversations. 4. Help only when you have plenty of time. If you do not have much time to help, please let someone else answer the question. 5. Adjust your expectations to their level. If the question does not reveal where they are in the curriculum, ask them so that you can adjust your expectations to their knowledge level. That's a good thing to have in mind too. You need to understand the stage where the person is in. The course should be able to help them with the continuation and consistency with it. So by handing more info beforehand, we can possibly be hurting the person's learning perhaps. 6. Ask for clarifications. If the question seems confusing or ambiguous, ask for more clarity, or politely link them to our bot command/question, which links to the How to Be Great at Asking Coding Questions article. 7. Ask for live code. If the question needs to have live code to fully understand or debug, ask them to use Replit to provide it. If the problem is difficult to isolate, they should recreate the problem with isolated code. 8. Do not answer Googleable questions. Learning how to research these questions is a very important skill for developers, so we need to empower them to find their own answer. When we answer these questions, it hinders their personal growth and makes them codependent on our community. Instead of answering these questions, politely ask them to Google their question or use our bot command/Google with the search terms. Like I've said before, the idea is to be able to not need help of someone else most of the time. Nobody's perfect. Obviously, sometimes we need help of a senior dev or with search engines, and that's more evident in the beginning of our journey too. But with time, we should be able to solve more problems by ourselves. That's a mark of our progress too. 9. Do not answer questions covered in our curriculum. If you know that the answer is provided in our curriculum, ask them where they are at in the curriculum. If they have not reached that portion of the curriculum, let them know they will learn it in the future. If they have already been through that portion of the curriculum, politely direct them to review that lesson. 10. Answer the question before pointing out other problems. When helping someone, it can be easy to spot other problems in their code. Resolve the original question before pointing out any other problems that need attention. 11. Encourage students to use a debugger. It is common for students to not understand the importance of using a debugger to look at the values of their variables at different points in their program. When students are getting unexpected values, politely encourage them to use a debugger with our bot command/debug. 12. Watch for students that need to take a step back. It is common for students to focus too hard on a problem and not be able to clearly see everything. When this situation arises, politely encourage them to step back from the problem and take a break. Oftentimes, stepping away from a problem will help them see the bigger picture and how to solve it. I'm going to always repeat myself on this. Yeah, this really works. Not sure on the details on it, I think we saw that explained in this course already, but anyway, this really works, and this opinion is from personal experience. 13. Watch for students that are in over their head. It is common for students to skip a lesson/project or think they know more than they actually do. When this situation arises, politely encourage them to go back and reread a section of the curriculum for more understanding. 14. Admit when the problem goes beyond your current knowledge. It is common for the actual issue to go beyond the initial question. If it goes beyond your current knowledge, it is important to admit that you are unsure of the correct answer and let someone else help. After digging deeper into the problem, they might be able to continue troubleshooting on their own, or they can wait for someone more experienced to help. 15. Be patient. Helping others solve a problem is not always easy. Remember to be patient as they struggle through the problem. 16. Duck out of the conversation if you get frustrated. Sometimes there are misunderstandings and interactions go poorly. You are a volunteer and are not obligated to help when things get out of hand. Politely duck out of the conversation and let someone else step up. Assignment 1. First, create a free GitHub account. As you will discover, GitHub is an integral part of the development workflow. So, I already have a GitHub account. I can share here with you guys. It's IziCodes. It doesn't have anything for now, but it will, once we start coding on this course and whatever exercises we will do later in this channel. It will all be there. And please, share your GitHub here in the comments as well. I want to check on everyone's work too. There might be some good examples for me to use too and build my GitHub portfolio. Now, sign in to our Discord server. Pop in and say hello. We've created an introductions room, which is a great place to introduce yourself, and we're always happy to welcome new community members. We have chat rooms for every development topic covered in our curriculum. Log into the chat and start exploring. Link your GitHub to your Discord profile. Go to Discord settings, then connections, then click the GitHub icon. In the new tab that opens, click allow access, then back in Discord, make sure display on profile is toggled on. This will allow others to see what you're working on and vice versa. I have logged in and joined the Discord before, but I didn't introduce myself or send a message yet there, and didn't add GitHub there yet, so let's explore a little bit there and try to complete these assignments now. Okay. I need to complete a few more steps before I can send a message. Let's see. Okay, we need to agree with the rules first. 1. Discuss topics that are safe and welcoming for everyone. Do not discuss topics that can be harmful or be divisive. 2. Ask questions about content or projects in our curriculum. Do not ask for help on personal projects or homework. 3. Ask questions about the tools recommended in our curriculum. Do not suggest tools that are not recommended in our curriculum. 4. Ask questions in public channels for anyone to answer. Do not send direct messages, friend requests, or ping another user without prior consent. 5. Ask your question in only one channel. Do not ask your question in multiple channels. 6. Help others by guiding them to the solution in a public one-on-one conversation. Do not intrude into a public one-on-one conversation by providing a different answer. 7. Make it easy for others to help you by asking a detailed question. Do not ask for help by posting multiple short messages in rapid succession. 8. Share resources that are relevant to our curriculum. Do not share resources that are not relevant to our curriculum. 9. Report misconduct to ModMail. Do not correct or confront another user about their misconduct. 10. Act professionally and treat everyone with respect. Do not act unprofessionally or treat anyone disrespectfully. 11. Additional examples and explanations are available to read in our #rules channel. So, yeah, I have read and agree to the rules. Most of these are or should be obvious. There are some like to don't suggest tools that aren't recommended in our curriculum that I understand both perspectives, but it's obvious too that if we are in an official the Odin Project Discord server, the goal should be to interact accordingly with the course and the whole project logic and ideas. If you want to talk about other type of things, you should have other Discord server or even with private messaging to discuss these other stuff. So, hopefully you have read the rules too and agree with it. Let's submit and see if we can send a message to introduce ourselves to the community. Oh, it doesn't let me send a message here. Oh, okay. Glad you're here, Easy. This is just to welcome us with a specific message, like to mar our entry in the Discord server. So, let's go to the introductions room, maybe? Okay, now we can leave a message here. I'm going to write something. Let's see. Hi everyone. I'm Easy. I have some knowledge already in programming, but I'm starting to review the Odin Project course, both to make some content to my YouTube channel, reviewing and going through it, both to review my knowledge and learning so far. Hopefully learning more and making more progress in my journey and career. And motivate others to learn programming and learn with me. I'm going to add a check my YouTube channel at. But, maybe I can't exactly promote something here, right? Let's say, hi everyone, I'm Easy from the IziCodeCraft YouTube channel. That's not promoting, but at least I'm sharing my YouTube channel name, so if someone wants to check it, they can search for it in YouTube and hopefully find me. So, let's go to the GitHub part. It should be in these user settings. And then it was Discord settings and then connections. I'm not seeing Discord settings, but I see connections here. Let's see. Yes, that should be it. Yeah, GitHub is here. So, it should be a matter of just authorize and then that's it, right? Oh, maybe you're not seeing because of the screen share. The authorization part is in a new window. But that's okay. Done. And that's it for this assignment, right? We have a third assignment still, so let's see what it is. 3. Here are some guidelines before you dive in. Read the rules and FAQ. Please take the time to read and understand our rules and FAQ. On the left sidebar in Discord, navigate to top meta then rules and FAQ. Black small square. I think this should be the ones we read, but we can confirm later if there's anything more to it. Remember the human. Behind every username there is a person with feelings. Be kind. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. If you wouldn't say it out loud, don't type it. Plain and simple. Black small square. The internet should be much better if everyone obeyed this. This and the one before too. Let's be like that, please friends. The world change starts with us, right? Ping at user with a purpose. Only mark another user when it is necessary. Include your question or comment in the message. Wait until they reply before pinging again. Don't bomb chats. Don't send multiple messages in a row. Type out your whole message, then push send. Don't exclude anyone. These are public chats. If someone joins in on a conversation, include them. Don't disappear right after asking for help on code. If you're posting a question, make sure you have time to stick around and discuss it with those trying to help. Okay, again, this should all be obvious for you too, right? So, that was it for this lesson episode. We can now mark this lesson as complete. Let's hope the next lesson will be more code related, or at least to have more tech involved. Right. I'm anxious for it. See you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this.